Hi everybody, this is Laurels, here with a new episode of Let's Play Pokémon LeafGreen. In the last episode, we returned to the Sevi Islands, returned to one island specifically, and located the ruby that was being hunted down by those rascally Team Rocket grunts, because apparently Team Rocket is still up and around, even though Giovanni disbanded it. What's up with that? Anyway, today we have a lot to do, so let's not stop talking and move! I would like to set sail for 3 Island. We'll get to covering 2 Island later on. There's a whole lot more stuff to do that's more important. Now 3 Island, when you arrive here at the 3 Isle port, you'll notice that there's a cave right here. This cave wasn't here the last time you were at 3 Island. And now we're on the 3 Island path. I'm checking the ground every once in a while and checking any of the big boulders. Because, aha! There it is. You can actually get a nugget right there, and if you talk to this guy, hey there, how's it going? Did you hear? I've struck gold. You remembered that I was prospecting, didn't you? Not exactly, no. You can't begin to imagine just how happy I am. So I'll show you. This is for you. And we get another nugget. It's a nugget. Can't give you any nuggets of wisdom, so it'll have to do. They always use that joke. And this path leads out to here, a little patch of grass. Now, only one type of Pokemon can actually be found in this tall grass here. And that Pokemon is... I'll just tell you anyway. Dunsparce! Dunsparce is a normal type that looks like a sad, fat, winged snake with no friends, and has a drill tail. It looks kind of strange, in my opinion, but still kind of cute. Smogon actually has a very optimistic view of the little guy in its underused category, of course. It has, with Serene Grace for its ability, Dunsparce can cause a paralyzed opponent to barely move at all as it slowly pounds it down. Just keep in mind that Dunsparce is not for risk-taking purposes. And you will need the loving support of a great team, but you'll be able to surprise your foes with this underloved friend. Oh, Dunsparce. So cute. Can I fly back to the port? No, I have to fly back to the town. I don't know, I just didn't want to go through the cave again. Bored, I guess. So anyway, that's all for 3 Island, nothing else has changed. Moving on to the next port. Which means we can... Actually, this next port is actually a new island altogether. 4 Island! Ooh, that remix. What? Gary? Hey, Jen! What are you doing here in the Sevi Islands? You should quit copying me, you know? Shut up, Gary. Anyway, I already got my Pokemon egg. What? What's that? So I'm done with this island. Heh, bet you don't even know about Pokemon eggs. I do so know about Pokemon eggs. You'll never fill your national Pokedex that way. By the way, I saw someone we both know on this island. Why don't you go look around if it makes you curious? Me? I don't have time to waste. Be smelling ya. Gary, I hate you. Okay, well, you notice that the water here is too rough for surfing, so all we have is this little island in the middle of nowhere. 4 Island. Yeah. Now, there are bits of water that you can surf on in here, and there's actually new Pokemon that you can find in here. One is a Fire Red exclusive, and it is Wooper. Wooper is a water ground type and is one of the most cheerful looking Pokemon ever. Wooper evolves into Quagsire at level 20, gaining a pair of arms in the process. Quagsire's typing of ground and water has given it a great type for defensive purposes, causing it to have immunity to electric moves altogether, and its only great weakness is against grass moves. Quagsire as a battler is not the most impressive for this generation. There are plenty of other water types that could last longer and hit harder. The next Pokemon that can be found here is a LeafGreen exclusive, and that Pokemon is Laurel. Laurel is a pure water type in this generation, for all you Pokemon X and Y fans. Laurel looks just like a mouse with a special orb on the end of its tail filled with oil to keep it afloat when it's swimming in the waters. Laurel evolves into a Azumarill when it reaches level 18. A pretty defensive choice. Many choose Azumarill's huge power as its ability of choice. Smogon, for this generation anyway, is very on the fence with Azumarill's usefulness. And I personally have not used one on a team, so it's up to you whether or not you think it's good. Now, there's one building here that actually has very important significance, and it is right here. This is the Pokémon Daycare. Now you're probably all whining, but Jen, we have a daycare back in Kanto. Yes, we do. But this daycare allows you to keep 2 Pokemon at the same time, causing them to level up even faster than usual, so that way you don't have to keep switching out Pokemon one at a time if you want to level them up. But also, this opens up the option for Pokemon breeding. Yes, you can now breed your Pokemon here on this island. Probably some of you who are new probably don't know what Pokemon breeding is. I'll try to convey the process in as little words as possible, and this might not be the best video for me to explain this. There are actual videos on YouTube that are dedicated to explaining this process solely, and in much greater detail than I can convey, but I'll do my best. Breeding, in its most basic sense, is when you use a daycare center and leave 1 male Pokemon and 1 female Pokemon, and if they are compatible with each other, the female will lay an egg. The egg can be received from this daycare man right here after a certain amount of steps have passed. When the egg hatches, after a certain amount of steps that you're able to do on like this island or any other land, the egg will hatch into a level 5 in this generation, first stage Pokemon of the female Pokemon's evolutionary chain. For example, if I bred Annie, my Marowak, with a compatible male Pokemon, she would lay an egg that would eventually hatch into a level 5 Cubone, because Cubone is the first stage Pokemon of her evolutionary line. If breeding is done right, like very, very specifically, with specific parents in mind, parents can even pass down moves, such as TM moves, allowing TMs to be used over and over again, even if you've used up the TM itself. It'll pass those moves on to the offspring, thereby causing crazy move combinations that your opponents probably won't see coming. So, how can you tell if a Pokemon pair are compatible? Well, since Generation 2, Pokemon have been separated into egg groups. There are 16 egg groups in all, including genderless and undiscovered egg groups. Gosh darn it. Pokemon can be in 1 or 2 of these groups. There are lists posted on websites such as Bulbapedia and Cerebi.net if you need any help in figuring out which groups your Pokemon that you're considering breeding are in. Now, let me see. I think 2 of the egg groups need a little bit more clarification, so I'll go over these as quickly as possible. Let's start with the Ditto egg group. I mentioned in episode 24A about Ditto when he was a route Pokemon, but I'll state it again. Dittos are Pokemon that can breed with with almost any Pokemon in the world, be it male, female, or genderless. The baby Pokemon that'll hatch from the egg as a result of a Ditto and other Pokemon breeding will be the first stage Pokemon of the non-Ditto parents line. So, say I was breeding Boaz with a Ditto, Boaz, let's see, an egg would be laid, not sure which Pokemon it would be, but from the egg would be an Eevee, because Boaz is the non-Ditto member of that family line. As a reminder, Ditto cannot breed with other Ditto, cannot breed with legendary Pokemon, and can't breed with other Pokemon deemed in the undiscovered egg group. The undiscovered egg group is where legendaries such as Moltres, Articuno, and Zapdos are placed, but there are also Pokemon which are called baby Pokemon in there. Baby Pokemon are also known as pre-evolutions of Pokemon you've probably already caught earlier on in the game, and can only be obtained through breeding. If you breed a Pikachu or a Raichu, you will get a Pichu. Breeding a Clefairy or Clefable will get you a Cleffa. Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff will make an Igglybuff. You can even get pre-evolutions of Tyrogue, Smoochum, Elekid, and Magby from the Hitmon family, Jinx, Electabuzz, and Magmar families, respectively. While you're also running around trying to hatch all these many different eggs that you'll be getting, it might be helpful to have a Pokemon with either Magma Armor or Flame Body, because this will cut down the number of steps it'll take for a Pokemon egg to hatch in half. Pokemon steps vary from whatever Pokemon egg it is, and can be either very, very short or very, very long, depending on the rarity of the Pokemon. But say you have a Slugma that can either have Flame Body or Magma Armor, since it has both those abilities, it'll cut down the Pokemon steps in half, making it easier and easier to find the right Pokemon. Anyway, that's enough about breeding for now. So much stuff to talk about. Anyway, now this house here proves useful, slightly. If you're into being competitive with friends, you might want to talk to this guy and see what he has to say. Giggle, I collected a ton of stickers. I wish I could show them off. Oh, excellent, you've come to the right place. Look, see? These are my stickers. Look how many I got. I bet you want some, I bet you do. I'll give you a sticker if you could tell me something awesome about yourself. What will you brag about? Hall of Fame. Oh wow, you made it in the Hall of Fame. That's pretty good, yep. I'll give you one of these. The Hall of Fame sticker was applied to the trainer card. Yes, this guy puts stickers on your trainer card depending on the level of bragness. Well, I say bragness, but it could be the level of accomplishment as a better word than bragness. So there are 4 different levels and 4 different stickers that you can obtain. Right now, I got stickers somewhere. Aha! Right there in the top left corner is a sticker right there. There are 4 stickers that you can collect, 4 different levels that you have to reach. But keep in mind, to reach level 4, you must have either beaten the Elite Four over 200 times, hatched at least 300 Pokemon eggs, or won over 100 linked multi-battles. So if you want to collect those stickers, you better work hard. Now what else is here? Oh, you found me. Please don't tell Lorelei. Lorelei? You mean from the Elite Four? Maybe this is who Gary was talking about. Did you know that Lorelei has lots and lots of stuffed dolls? Every time she comes back to Four Island, her collection grows. So this is Lorelei's house. So Lorelei lives here, huh? Lorelei has returned. Did she find the city life too stressful, I wonder? Yes, Lorelei from the Elite Four comes home here every once in a while. And she's actually also still on this island, but she's further along inside of a cave that we can surf to. But I'll be getting to that in the next episode. So, ending it off here, this is LaureledEevees. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you want for more videos and other video game content onto my channel. That sentence didn't make any sense. That's alright. Also, be sure to check the video description for links pertaining to other places on the internet pertaining to my channel, and I would love to see you there, see your comments, all that good stuff. So, once again, this is LaureledEevees. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you all next time.